to get deep into this because you've had a nightmare couple of days.
You might have heard on the news that Manchester Airport closed for at least a portion of the day yesterday. And it closed while I was in midair on the way to Manchester Airport. Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, what's going on here? And then sure enough, the guy comes on, the captain, he's like, hello everyone, I just wanted to let you know that Manchester Airport is closed. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's cool though, because they'll divert to maybe Leeds Bradford. Even better, right? A bit closer. But I think in my heart of hearts, I knew we're going to Heathrow. There is no snow. I can literally see Manchester City Centre. Like, where's the snow you're talking about? But yeah, then it got worse when we landed, and you know, I was lucky enough to get an Uber, a 400 quid Uber. If you think I'm getting on a coach for like 6-7 hours from London to Manchester with all these sweaty fuckers, you must have scrambled egg for brains. I'm Adam.
And I'm Josh.
And this is the Breaking Bread Poo-cast. A bit like a podcast, but it's a bit poo.
That's fucking horrendous.
I can't say that.
You can say that.
I've done it now. How you been, my old stick in the mud?
Mate,
my old fly in the ointment. How you doing? It's been too long. Look, he's in white today.
I'm all right, mate. How are you? It's been nice to not see you for 2 weeks.
It's been nice to not see you for 2
and
weeks.
And the silence in the chat has been nice also.
Tell me about it. I've not turned my phone on for like 3 days. It's been ace. I'm sorry. Like I don't want to say I'm highly active on social media because I'm not, but I normally try and reply to everyone. The last 3 days hasn't happened.
I can't wait to get into it. It's going to be an exciting roller coaster because he's putting on this chipper attitude, I believe. Because we got the real Adam yesterday in the DMs.
Didn't we? Got sleep deprivation, man. Yeah.
Oh, mate, look, for those that are listening, we've got a new sign. Come on.
Everyone's going to be listening saying, oh, they're finally making some money. Nah, it's just, how much was that?
I think it was about 500 quid, which I think is a bargain. It's big.
I'll get my checkbook out. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? 500 quid for that is actually all right. What's it made out of? Like the black part of it?
I don't know. Plastic?
I don't know why I asked that. Like, it's clearly some kind of plastic composite. It's not fucking pewter, is it? I don't know.
I want to start off the podcast.
I swore already. Like I said, it wasn't going to. Sorry to all the sensitive listeners.
New year, new me. Oh yeah, because you mentioned that curdled semen last time.
No, you mentioned that.
I want to start off by saying that we did a competition on Patreon and we have a winner, and I've already been in contact, and the merch is on its way. Yeah, because we got a bit of merch left over from the live show.
The stuff that people didn't nick.
The stuff that people didn't nick.
What was the competition we did?
Fuck, you're joking. We mentioned it about 4 times. It were like breaking beans, some mugs.
No, well, how did they win the competition?
Right, the first 100 patrons get put into a draw.
Oh, I was probably middle of sick going like, no, about the whole idea of Patreon. That's probably why I don't remember. Who won?
A guy called, I mentioned him last time, and I'm pretty sure I butchered his name last time. Gregor Siwek.
You did mention.
I believe that's pronounced correct.
Gregor's a proper hard name, isn't it, man? You can imagine this dude just like pure, I don't know, eating babies for breakfast and stuff. I bet he's a unit.
Yeah, I believe it. I bet he's got a shaved head, a tattoo up his neck of like a snake.
Not that we're saying he's a gang member or anything. I mean, calm down. Calm down.
Mate, it's cool to have a snake tattoo on your neck now. Like, you'd have to be a gang member. Totally. 2023.
Yeah, Gregor, I hope you enjoy. What is he getting? Like, just basically everything we can't sell.
Pretty much, yeah.
Enjoy it. So the coffee's actually, I mean, we make a joke about it being shit, but it's not shit. It's just like,
it's so shit you're drinking coffee from Mackey's.
We've run out. These are props. I've told you these have got imperial mints in. they actually have.
I'm missing the breaking beans. Actually, can you get me some? Because should I just buy some?
No, I'm going to get some for the next show. I will get some. Because
it is when we say like it's crap coffee, it's not. It's just like, you know, like coffee's a bit. You can get like too fruity, can't you, when it comes to coffee? So that's just like coffee. But it's a solid coffee, right?
Yeah, like
you just don't get excited about it.
The dark in hair is the nicest one. And then the blonde one is a little bit softer.
Yeah, right. That was the idea.
Yeah. So, but we are going to do some more competition. So if you do want to support the podcast, as you can see, we're both like well padded up today because we can't afford the heating. So if you want to join the Patreon, feel free. Right, George, come on. YouTube comments.
It's time for a YouTube comment from you.
I've got 3.
All right, okay. It used to be just 1, right?
Well, there's 3 this week.
George likes the sound of his voice. He keeps getting his name mentioned in the comment section.
He fucking loves it.
And he replies to him. He's like, "Yeah, boy, it's me.
Come on, watch my YouTube channel. Come watch my review of
I'm getting them over to my channel. That's what I'm doing."
You know what? Some guy DM'd me actually I don't know who it is. This is where I'm off on a tangent. Some guy called Jiggly Spears right, DM'd me. This was this morning. I woke up to this. It's still in the requests folder.
I can't read that. I'm 37, mate.
On Instagram. And he's put, go on then, you attention whore. I'll follow you on the back of BMF and the Breaking Bread podcast, and laughing face.
To you?
To me? But I'm like, I didn't ask you to follow me. And then he's also replied to one of my stories, or one of my reels, and he's put, I'll tell you, so it was Land Rover Experience Day. We're going to talk about that. He put, I'll tell you some Land Rover stories when we start working together, mate. Thumbs up. I don't...
Who are you?
What? That's so like...
Yeah, I don't know.
He got my attention, but that's fucking weird. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe he's going for like the super limit, like he's just getting straight in your face.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thanks for listening though, mate.
It's better than the 400 million DMs I've had since the new year saying, your podcast is doing really well, but you could really benefit from shorts. There must be like, how many DMs do you get a day saying we can repurpose this long form content
I
of
just
yours?
send them puke emojis back.
I mean,
I literally just send puke emojis.
I must get 4 or 5 a day at least.
Yeah.
There must be like a new like push for that. But sorry, mate. YouTube comments.
Okay, so first comment is from Ian Burgess. Haven't even got past the intro and already know this is going to be a classic. That was from the Sister Beard episode.
How did that go down in the Moran family?
I didn't watch it. I've not watched it. I couldn't bring myself to watch it. It's like the worst thing, man. It's like, imagine Rogan having like his second cousin twice removed on. Tell us some stories.
It was actually really good. She did really well, you know.
Yeah, she was. Oh, wow. I mean, she's like what's the word? No, you can't say. I mean, you can't. It's my sister.
We'll bleep that out. We'll bleep it out.
But no,
she's way nicer than you.
Well, yeah, there is that. I don't know what's the. She's gregarious. She's outgoing.
She's an extrovert. She's more of an extrovert.
She's not like.
She's more of a people person.
Yeah, she's not like shy or anything. So and she's fairly bright, believe it or not. So she's quite articulate. I think naturally, even though, she's not. There's just a couple of cameras here, so she's not going to get. It's weird, isn't it? Because sometimes you get guests on who you expect maybe even people like Ben who he's been on TV for Christ's sake, and he seems shy and like he's.
It's because you're an intimidating guy.
It's not that. Second comment, George.
Second comment is from Rich Mulholland.
Hooray!
Rich, how's it going on, buddy old pal? Still got your, even though Josh smashed the frame it's in, I've not reframed it yet. I've still got the picture in my my little studio office thing at home. It's sat on my the little like 99 quid IKEA couch that's in the corner. Just sat there, pride of place next to my fluffy avocado pillow. I don't know why I've got that. It's just a food thing, isn't it? Anyway, what did Rich say?
Richard said...
I've not slept. Let me off.
Richard said, yes, this is what I pay towards Patreon for. It's about goddamn time. Sister Beard is on the podcast. You're a brave man, Beard.
That's a bit... You pay for this... What? Like you pay for my sister being on?
That's the only fans in it.
There's a bit of subtext there. Well, Rich, I'm glad you liked it. That's all I'll say. If you pay it on Patreon, then I'm glad that you finally got something out of us, which is worth your money.
It's active, is the Patreon.
Yeah,
it's an active gig. There's plenty of stuff going on, all the BTS and all that sort of stuff. Next one.
Yeah, we got one more comment from Robert Kelly. Just watched a guy called Metalhead Reacts watching Chicken Wings, and I'm now following all the bands that you did parodies of. Now I'll put in front of Josh, he'll be able to show you. Mike put a photo in the chat.
Oh, 66. That's a guy called 66 Samus. It's a YouTube guy that actually, one of the few that I actually watch. But yeah, I discovered him when somebody, his wife actually really looks a bit like Mrs. Beard as well.
Really? So you're like, it's like the Mr. Beard and Mrs. Beard off Wish.
Yeah, but they're both like more attractive than we are.
Oh, right.
Slightly.
It kind of looks like if Christian Bale dressed up as Jesus. That's what I think he looks like. Have a look. What do you reckon?
I just look at it and I squint and I'm like, that could well be me, apart from like his beard's a bit nicer. I'd love to, he's American, right? But I'd love to get him on the show because he's like a boss drummer who makes lots of jokes about, shitting himself and stuff. So it's about my level of humor.
Wow. Yeah, it could be like a long lost.
You send him a DM and say like, if you're ever in England, for whatever, I don't know why you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd send it with all like fucking.
No, but you're the guy. Yeah, because you're the business guy. I can't deal with talking. I don't know how to talk to people.
This is why we don't have guests, mate. You're not leveraging your.
No, I think it's the lack
of influence.
The lack of total views. I think is why we don't have guests. But if you want to, go on. What are we moving on to now?
We had a few people comment as well about the blooper reel, wanting to watch that from the cheesecake video. That's now on our Breaking Bread channel.
Oh yeah,
I noticed that last night. I didn't comment or anything, but like I noticed that. I thought, why is that on the Breaking Bread channel? But Why not? I
It made, like, I put it on my channel and it got some views, and I was like, well, in case it were missed, because we put it in Patreon, we put it on my channel, and I'm like, it makes sense just to go on the podcast channel. Although it's got a copyright claim, and I don't know what the claim is for. Imagine that we put us on.
Me last night, fucking copyright claim.
We put us on video on it. It shuts us podcast. Fuck. That'd be a way for us to go.
Probably from Creeper. It's like, fuck, right, I've had enough of this. We'll let him raise money for charity, but they can't be like putting it on something else.
Right, mate. Like, we need to get deep into this, because you've had a nightmare couple of days. Come on.
I mean,
come on. No, don't even fucking play it down, because we'll open the DMs. We'll send the fucking messages from the group chat.
Don't do that, man.
Cue the Adam Morant's jingle.
Everyone knows I hate travel, right? But yesterday I was caught up in the. If you probably, depending on when this goes out, you might have heard on the news that Manchester Airport closed for at least a portion of the day yesterday. And it closed while I was in midair on the way to Manchester Airport. Would you want me to just tell us the story of how it occurred? Right, okay, well, I was having a great day. I was telling Josh, right, I was in the lounge at Atlanta Airport, right, got there nice and early, 4-hour drive down from Nashville. I get there and I'm in the lounge. They've got a salad bar in Atlanta Lounge, which is pretty exciting for someone like me. Normally it's just a crusty couple of sandwiches, but got like a nice bit of romaine lettuce out there, you know, and I'm just setting the scene for you. I watched a couple of films. And you know, the journey, I can't sleep, right? Night flight or no flight, I can't sleep, right? So I did some work, I watched a couple of films, and then I noticed, I'm like, wait a second, I can tell when the plane's circling, right? I don't know much about aerospace dynamics and whatnot, but I can tell when I'm going in a circle, because I'm looking at, I'm like, what's going on here? And then sure enough, the guy comes on, the captain, he's like, I don't want to do the accent.
Do the accent.
I know, because it turned into a German. It was some. He's like, hello everyone. I just wanted to let you know that Manchester Airport is closed. And then there's like a weird silence. Everyone's like,
it is a bit South African.
Whatever. He's like, it's closed. So everyone's like, what? He's like, yeah, they've had a bit of a snowstorm there. I'm thinking, shit, fucking blizzard. So we're gonna circle for a bit until they open in half an hour. Anyway, they circle for 2 hours. Saw like Old Trafford a few times, and by that point I could tell we're not landing right. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's cool though, because they'll divert to maybe Leeds Bradford, even better, right? A bit closer, or I don't know, Liverpool, Newcastle, Birmingham, maybe. But I think in my heart of hearts, I knew we're going to Heathrow, and yeah. So after a while, he's like, yeah, we're going to Heathrow, and I'm looking out the window, and I'm like, there is no snow. I can literally see Manchester City Centre. Like, where's the snow you're talking about? But anyway, so they diverted us 200 miles away from home, and
wasn't there a little bit? I feel like you missed a little bit of the story there, where you got a bit cantankerous and you went. So this is the real story.
Myself. I'm not talking to anyone else at this time. I'm just talking out loud.
Well, the story you told us 10 minutes ago, right? You went. So I bought fucking Wi-Fi, and I text Mrs. Beard, I text Lindsay, take a picture. So she took a picture and there was no snow. So I got up and I spoke to the air hostess. I didn't get like, they're going to be like, right, forget safety. Adam's just messaged his missus. She's took a picture, right? Outside, there's no snow, so we'll wing it. We'll just go for the landing.
Everyone knows, mate. You're trying to paint me the worst. Like the only part in that flight that I regretted a little bit is there's like an old couple behind me who've been out there in America for like 2 months visiting family and whatnot, and they're still like on the you make the most of it. You know, holiday's nearly finished.
Getting money's worth in first class
on the champers. They're getting pissed and whatnot, and they're like, what's going on? The air hostess is like, yeah, well. We think we might have to divert. We're not sure, but we'll get you there in the end. Would you like a drink? Oh yeah, I'll have another Baileys or whatever. And then she comes along, further down the road to me, and she's like, "Sir, can I get you anything?" I was like, "Yeah, get me a full bottle of whiskey and a big bottle of sleeping pills." And she just looks at me like, so I can take them all because this is the worst possible outcome. I want to sleep. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." So I'm like, "No, it's alright. It's not your fault." But but yeah, then it got worse when we landed, and
come on in.
The bags didn't come out for like, it's not that good of a story. The bags didn't come out for like 2 hours, and by this point, I'd not slept for like I think I was awake like 28 hours, and not that that's an excuse for irrational behaviour.
How possibly would you have got from London Heathrow back to your hometown?
I was lucky enough to get an Uber, a 400 quid Uber.
What? The airline made you get an Uber?
No, they didn't make me get an Uber. Are you trying to get
Come on, what?
You want me to? All right,
I'll play the airline. Don't worry, Mr. Moran. We've got a coach ready for you to take you back to Manchester.
That was a little bit like it, but it's like it's not all bad news. The bags will be here any minute, I think. But don't worry, we'll get you there. We've got a coach for you. Like with that enthusiasm, to which obviously at that point I was like, what I said, I think verbatim, pretty much I said, if you think I'm getting on a coach for like 6-7 hours from London to Manchester with all these sweaty fuckers, then you must have scrambled egg for brains. She's like, oh, you don't want the coach? I'm like, no. I'd give an Uber driver one of my fucking kidneys to get me home at this point. And I almost did that, but it was like, could you get 400 quid for a kidney?
I don't know. I bet sold one for a while.
But yeah, I got home in the end.
And you gave the Uber driver £100 tip. You said, listen, mate.
It was more. I said, you're making me out to be like some baller. Like, at that point, like if you've been awake for 28 hours, I would have given him $4,000 to get me home at that point. But I said, if you get me home like in less than 3 hours, which is hard from there. Yeah. I said, I'll give you 100 quid. I ended up giving him like 150 because I felt bad that he basically, he was probably getting ready for a day, just 10, 15, 20 mile journeys. And he had to make whatever, a 400-mile round trip.
Fair play, man. He's made a wage that day, though, hasn't
he? I couldn't, mate. I don't know what, it was either that or like I couldn't face, because the coach would have been like, it would have been literally like at least 5 hours.
Oh, and then you're in Manchester.
If they set off immediately, which they weren't gonna, because it was all like all over the place. Then I'm in Manchester, so it's like another 2 hours back home.
Yeah.
I need to sleep, man. And I can't sleep in moving. I just can't do it. No. So like,
are you lucky that your car weren't in Manchester? Like every time I travel, I leave the car at. Oh man, that'd have been bad.
That's one of the other reasons that people always like, why didn't you get like, when I get there and I went to Indiana, which is it's like 8 hours north of Atlanta where I flew into. Why aren't you flying there? Because I can't handle the stress of connecting flights because like so much can go wrong. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather just get there and drive.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that can go wrong is the car goes wrong, But
I can't wait. One day when you go on your foreign trips and you're like in Death Valley in your little Prius or something, and it shuts off.
You know what I'd be thinking though? Then I'd be like, I got stranded in Death Valley. What a video title, right? Make it pay.
What was the video title that got you trending? And I fucking called this. What was the one when you retired?
That could be many. The
one where you retired.
What
were you titled?
The end of an era.
The end of an era. And I took a screenshot. I put it in the group chat.
You
clickbait cunt. I said you're definitely going on trending, and he's like, nah. Day after, he's like, look at that, number 13 on trending. Yes, boys.
It was actually number 8 on trending, and I didn't say that. Somebody else put that in the chat, and I said, "Oh yeah, look, it's you." Or you said it was trending, and I said, "Oh yeah, look, it's that." But I don't even want to be on trend. You make it like that was like a design. The reason I called it the end of an era, which I knew people would think, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
it was supposed to be ambiguous on purpose, so that as many subscribers watched it. I think most subscribers would know, especially the diehards, that I'm never retiring. I'll be doing this when I'm 90, probably, if I'm still alive. So like,
you're not going to be alive. You'll fucking snuffed it well before then.
But like, if people didn't watch it, then it would defeat the point. I didn't even want to put that video up.
Yeah,
I wanted to just do a community post.
Yeah.
But I thought I kind of owed it to people to explain. But it was a bit. It's not my kind of thing to do. Come on. When do I ever put up like clickbait videos where I'm lying and whatnot? I don't do that. But like, I wanted as many people to watch it as possible, so they knew. So that like come Thursday, I didn't get like 500 messages. Where's the video?
Mate, you've had a good January. I've seen you all over the news as well, because I saw one headline. It said, "Little hairy man is the first one to defeat this mixed grill challenge at some pub gaff." So it must have been a slow day, because it was like fucking ITV. It was literally ITV News, Lad Bible, like everybody.
Yeah, nothing else was
what the fuck else was going on that day?
I know, man.
Like, give me some real news.
Did I tell you about that Prince Harry thing?
What?
So like there was. Man, I don't want to.
Have you seen the alternate ones where people are reading the books on the Insta? Oh mate, I'll send one in chat. There's one guy, and he's like, he puts on The Voice, and I can't. He basically goes, and my dad was in the kitchen, and he accidentally cooked his fingers thinking they were sausages, and then he puts on like the Prince Charles voice. He's like, "Oh dear, not again."
I got this. Do you know he did? I mean. Don't get me started on all that shit, but there was some interview, wasn't there? Well, there must have been. Away, right? Because actually, Lynn sent me a clip, so she must have been watching it, where he's talking about the beard.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what beard? What beard? That's like a 5 o'clock shadow, mate. But anyway, I got him, and the next day I got did I save it? I don't know if I saved it. Oh wait, I did. I'm lying. So I get this the next day, right? I get this message, saying from BBC Newsbeat. I don't know what that is, right? But so obviously something to do with BBC. My name's Rhea. I'm a journalist for BBC Newsbeat at Radio 1. I was hoping you might be able to help me with a piece I'm working on. It follows Prince Harry's new memoir. He said a lot of things, but we're quite keen to explore something he said about his beard. In his ITV interview, he described it as his shield against anxiety. And she goes on to basically say, what do you think about beards? And this was my reply. I said, Jesus Christ, I can assure you with absolute certainty that hair growing out of one's face functions as much as a shield, physical or emotional, as does a lemon meringue to machine gun fire. I don't think we need to dignify absurdities with more publicity, do we? All the best. My beard's a shield. Is he joking, man? Did that actually come out of his fucking mouth?
That'll have been quoted on BBC.
I hope they did quote that on BBC. Anyway.
Yeah, man, he put out these memoirs, didn't he? I've not read it or listened to it, but I've seen a lot of parody readings of it.
Why do people care?
Just like,
I think why would people care about that? Like, say over like if I went on TV and did an interview, or like Ben over here, we got somebody observing the podcast.
I think it's like it's a ploy, right? Hear me out.
Yeah.
Earth's flat, right? Listen, don't laugh. 2023, mate. Earth's flat. It's the lizards. Something happened at the opposite end of the world, so they went, shit, we need to do something fast. So Prince Harry got his book, said, right, I'll slam this out. Everyone will look at me, and then something really bad's happening over there. You know, like
diversion tactics.
Yeah, like what really bad could happen?
Oh, I don't know.
BeardMeatsFood's food missed his flight. Fucking hell, right? So that's what I think happened.
I don't know. I'm sure I don't want to piss off any royalists.
There's a documentary on Netflix about flat Earth, and I died to watch it. I just want to see what the justification is.
They can't be one, can they? I mean, it's like it's one of those perceptible untruths. So you can see it's not. In fact, on the way out there to on the recent trip, I watched 5 hours of Brian Cox documentaries. Not the actor Brian Cox, the former keyboardist from D-Ream and astrophysicist.
Yeah.
Brian Cox. It was great. I mean, they look so amazing.
What, you didn't fall asleep?
No.
What?
I love shit like that, man. Like stuff about space and the universe and origins of time and whatnot.
I'd watch Jackass 1, Jackass 2, Jackass 3. Yeah.
Then you'd squeezed in Fast and Furious 9 and 10 and 13, 15.
Yep. All the good stuff, mate.
Yeah, I love stuff like that.
Mate, tell us about the trip then. Come on, tell us some of the challenges. Now that you've retired or semi-retired, you must have enough. You must have had enough videos now to like take us through till 2025. Like you put your feet up, can't you now?
No, I've got them up till sometime in March. But like, there are a couple that are like still Sunday, Thursday. There are a couple of Thursday videos coming up. Don't worry, there's a Thursday video end of January.
Breaking news.
There's a Thursday video. 2 Thursday videos in part of that series, just because.
I upset a lot of people when I said you retired on Twitter. By the way, did you see that?
I saw that one guy that was like, get your facts straight, Mr. Gudgeon." I think he was only joking, wasn't he?
I tweeted saying that he's retired. I can't believe it. Obviously, people started replying and stuff, but this one guy was like, "You need to be really careful," because some people might just immediately unsubscribe because you tweeted that. And I replied saying, "What, with all 1,000 followers that I've got, like it's really going to affect his 2.5 million fucking
you
subscribers."
You bought 800 of those. I don't know. Like, I mean, if I retired, would people unsubscribe? I feel like just for posterity, you would stay subscribed. Yeah. You just show some loyalty.
I said to the guy, I said, if I can't take the piss out of my mate on Twitter, I might as well go get a real job. He didn't reply to that. So,
well.
Anyway, tell us some of the challenges that you've done. We're back from a short interval here with the technical malfunction. George didn't set up the cameras correctly, so apparently it was looking at my dick for the last 10 minutes. Anyway, Adam, tell us about the videos that you've recorded.
Yeah, they were pretty. I was in.
Smooth that one. It's smooth.
Smooth, yeah. I flew to Atlanta, but I've been there before, so I think I've pretty much done all the food channels around there. So I travelled up through Alabama, northeast Alabama, which was flipping beautiful. Really long drive, but such a nice. It's a nice drive, I did
in silence, like a fucking serial killer that you are.
Like to be alone with my thoughts, yeah.
All right, Karen.
What you want me? You rather I sit there listening to Machine Gun Kelly's greatest hits?
Well, he has got some bangers.
Just put some
You're
cricket
right, George. You're
George, please put some
Heard
cricket.
that.
Yeah,
What?
put some cricket noises in there after that.
And he won like some awards recently. I'm pretty sure he has. He's like best rock artist of the generation.
Rock artist.
I'm pretty sure. I think.
Shut up, right? I did I did a calzone challenge, or calzone for people that don't, they get mad when I say calzone, which was really cool. I did I don't want to give it all away, but I went up to Tennessee, which is a bit of an odd state because it's kind of thin,
Right.
long and thin, right? And that allowed me, though, the ability. I went up to Kentucky and Indiana, which was mad for the time zones. I traveled to one challenge. I was like, I'll get there at like crack it. We know when it opens at 11 o'clock. And I'm driving. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm perfectly on time here. And then I 5 minutes before I get there, the clock on my phone goes to like an hour before, and I'm like, oh bugger, like it's in a different time zone, right? So I had to just wait there in my car for an hour. But it was a decent trip. There were lots of different ones. There's only, I think, one. The second to last episode is shit. So if you want to avoid one, avoid that one.
Why? What were you doing?
It's just a bit of a naff video. It's the kind that I would just not put
You'd
up.
bin it,
But
yeah.
Since there are no Thursday videos now, as a matter of course, I thought I'd put it up on Thursday. It's not that bad. It's not.
Did you get any fried chicken in Kentucky?
I didn't know.
What?
No, I know. We just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't happen.
What else did you eat?
World's spiciest bowl of America's spiciest bowl of ramen. That hurt. I wish I'd never done that.
What hurt? Like why? What? Come on, explain it.
It was spicy, so
Yeah.
It hurt, so it hurt.
Does it hurt when when it comes out?
Yeah, I think I mildly OD'd on Pepto-Bismol because my ears started ringing. I had to Google it later that night, and it was like, yeah, this is a side effect of having too much Pepto-Bismol. But I was drinking it.
What is Pepto-Bismol? Is it like a Rennie? Is it like a?
I guess it's kind of, yeah. It's like what's the scientific name for it? Bismuth pep something. It's like a pink liquid which is meant to alleviate certain symptoms of. Basically, if you eat spicy food, it's good to have it.
Right.
Or if you have an upset stomach, I think it's meant to treat that. But it turns. I didn't realize it turns your poo black. So.
So you thought you were dying?
No, I didn't think I was dying. No, that's happened to me before. But I didn't realize. I thought it was maybe I don't know, intestinal bleeding or something. But apparently,
shit.
but it's from Pepto. If you have Pepto-Bismol, the interaction I think with sulfide or something like that. It makes you poo black basically. But that was a decent video though. The staff were really accommodating for that one. I went to one place, they wouldn't let me do it. It was the first time that's happened in a while.
Why? Because you were they knew who you were.
No. I went to this place in I've forgotten the name of it. It doesn't really matter where it was, but I went to this place and it was only an hour away, and it's on their menu. It doesn't say you need advance notice, and it's not that big that you would think, oh, that needs to be specially made,
Yeah.
So I thought, I'll just drive down there, see if I can do it. So I turned up and it's 11 o'clock, and the place is basically a bar that does food, right? So at 11 a.m. there's a table, one table of 2 people, and then a table of 3 people in a bar, which could probably accommodate about 400 people.
Yeah.
So I go to the bar, and this guy's like, yeah, can I help you? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm trying to explain what I do and whatnot because it was a bit odd. I acknowledge that. And if he said, oh no, we need notice, I'd have been like, cool, no worries. But he's like, yeah, we because I showed him a picture of it. I said, you do this? I thought it'd be the easiest. He's like, yeah, we do, but we kind of don't. And I'm like, okay. Is there anyone around that knows? He's like, well, my manager's in the back. She's cooking up some eggs. I'm like, she's cooking up eggs. Is she gonna be finished cooking eggs soon, or because? And I'm thinking this interaction's weird, and he's like, hang on a second. There's a phone ringing in the background. So he answers the phone, speaks for 8 minutes on the phone to somebody about I don't really know what.
Yeah.
I think they were ordering food, but he was laughing at the same time, and I'm like, I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but in a customer service environment, if you've got somebody there and then the phone rings, it's also your job to answer the phone. Doesn't the phone come second?
I would say so, yeah.
Because they don't necessarily know you're going to answer. They could leave a message, you can call them back.
Yep.
But I'm like, cool, all right. But then the guy's just so obtuse about it. I'm like, right, let me rephrase. So I can see there's a food challenge on your menu. I make videos, right? I'm not from around here. You might be able to tell by the way I'm talking. I do this for a job. Is it cool if I film myself doing that? And he's like, Well, honestly, nobody really comes around here to do the challenge. I'm like, right, I don't know why you keep answering questions that I'm not asking. Can I do it? And he's like, well, we got a lot of checks on. I was just like, oh, right, this is hard work. And as I said that, the two guys, I said there's a table of two people. One of them goes, Beard! I knew it. And he'd recognize my voice. I'm like, this is it. I'm a shoo-in. Because if somebody knows me in the bar, they got to know that, like, at least a decent amount of people watch my videos. And he's like, yeah, no, we got a lot of checks on. So I'm just like, all right, fucking never mind. All right, I won't do it. See you later. And as I'm going out, the guy's like, what are you doing here? I was like, well, I'm trying to do their food challenge, but they won't let me do it for whatever reason. He's like, oh, that's a shame. But yeah, well, you know, can I get a picture? He gets a picture. I'm like, well, at least I got a picture with, I met a subscriber, I guess. Yeah. That was weird, yeah, but...
So what? Like, do you have to go find something else that day, or did you just a write-off for you?
You know, on the way, I drove back towards my hotel. I was just thinking, well, I just want to shoot something today. But I saw Highway 55, which they do like a burger challenge there where you can just go in and do it, right? Yeah. And I've never actually, Highway 55 once flew me out, like before the Major League Eating days, because they used to do this contest, which was like, you just had to eat the burger, but like quick as possible. So like did atrocious because I was I was worse at eating back then than I am now, right? But I thought I've never actually done the actual 5-5 challenge, which is like this burger, right, and then a milkshake and some a side, right? So I thought I'll just do it, right? And it actually turned out to be one of the better videos from the series because like the people in there didn't think I was going to do it, and the staff were all kind of surprised by it and whatnot. So I suppose everything happens for a reason. Have you got any more Major League Eating stuff going on this year? No, I've not got any plan, but I'm definitely going to do another. I really want the oysters contest to happen in New Orleans, right? But I don't know if it's gonna, because Lindsay really wants to go to that one because she loves New Orleans for whatever reason. But there is one in Chicken Wings is happening in Miami but it's early March, so I don't know if Mrs. Beard might be like massively pissed off if I go,
have you dropped the hints yet?
Not yet, but I'll wait a few days. I only just got back like yesterday, so. But that's and it's one that they do to raise partly to raise money for a charity. I forget the name of the charity.
I'd hang off that. I'd be like, listen, there's a charity competition. I've got to do it. I need to pull some numbers. Raise a few quid.
Plus, it's in Miami, so it'll be warm.
Just take her with you. Show that I'm like
Florida's like I don't really like it. It's not for me. I'm not. But I might do that one because I've never done a chicken wings contest before. So,
and you can walk out on stage to your chicken wing song.
No, this is Major League Eating, mate. They don't have the budget for that.
No,
I don't think so.
Okay then.
It'll be like I don't know. It'll be some epidemic sound music. Anyway. We got anything interesting to talk about today?
Well, George has put a festival in the chat.
Well, they're doing a live show, aren't they?
Yeah, should we go?
No.
Oh, come on.
How good can that be? It can't be any worse than the Breaking Bread podcast.
Yeah, it'll be better than that. I read it. Like the dude's, it must be a comedian. The guy that he's the guy that runs it.
Yeah.
So maybe he makes a few of them up, but he's just going to read them out. He must have a show in place.
You would think so. What were you going to say, George? Sorry, I interrupted you very rude.
So this is actually Josh's festival. I don't want to take any responsibility for this.
This is going to be awful.
You put this in the chat.
I can't read this out.
Don't read it then. Why are we dwelling on it?
Shall I read it out? George, you read it out.
Do you want me to read?
Yeah, you read it out.
Of course you want me to.
You might want to bleep this out.
Yeah, we may. Okay. When first seeing a girl, she quite enjoyed a finger in the arse during foreplay. One time, a small pebble of poo came out. At the end, too embarrassed to get rid of it, I put it back in her. We are now married and to this day have never spoken about it or performed the act again.
Right. First of all, that's not real. I don't believe it. Second of all, why would you subject, especially people that are paying for this on Patreon, why would you subject them to it?
I believe that one. We didn't write it. This is just what's on the internet.
Do you know once I was...
Here we go.
That was just reminded me. When I was a much younger man, I was once going out with this person, and it was the first time I'd slept with this person. Right, I just put a finger in my bum. I almost like instinctively headbutted her, I think, like, because I was like, what the fuck? That's the kind of thing you do after like maybe 10, 12, 15, 20, 200 times. I was like, whoa. Yeah, I don't know why I told that story. Yeah, cut that out. Josh.
What a brave. Nah, keep it in. What
That's
a brave
going into a
human.
reel.
I know. As if. And your ass.
I don't know, man.
Imagine what his arsehole looks like.
Well, this is before the days of eating like an idiot. But I don't know. That probably makes me sound like a bit of a prude, but I don't want stuff in my bumhole.
But
Sorry.
you said it wasn't that bad when that fella put his fingers up your
Yeah,
ass.
but again, that's like after years of abuse of my colon. So like now it's like a fucking drain pipe. You could probably fit this coffee up there, and it wouldn't even. Back then, it was probably a little bit,
a bit tighter.
Yeah. But I just remember being like, "Whoa, come on now." That's the kind of thing you give fair what you want to me before you do that.
Should we do a few more Fessels?
No,
Come on, this is my favourite. Like, I think Fessel is like the best thing on Twitter. A girl went down on me after I pulled her in a club on a night out. She swiftly came straight back up and said she had no interest after finding bog roll stuck to my manhood and left straight away. I was so embarrassed.
Why did he have bog roll? What stuck to his
I would
dick?
imagine his penis, yes.
Is he a sit down peer or something like that?
Maybe with Halloween, he'd like wrap tissue paper around it, so like a mummy penis. Ooh,
Where's it, mate?
spooky
Where's
penis.
your head at? Where's it? A mummy penis.
Yeah.
I might actually book that trip to the chicken wing thing sooner than I might go out there early, get some chicken wing training. It's his favourite thing. You know what I mean? Like he's the
Proper loves it.
He's a Fessel jackass, Fast and Furious Machine Gun Kelly guy. I'm gonna put that on your tombstone.
I saw this one yesterday.
When you die, I'm gonna chip that into your tombstone.
Yeah, I don't care. I saw this one yesterday. I thought, it was right. I heard my neighbour moaning one morning and had a wank listening to her. Found out later she was out and it was a pigeon.
It was a pigeon.
Yeah.
Wait, no, come on. Right, so he mistook the sound of a pigeon for a person moaning. Does he even know what pigeons sound like? Like, wait a second. How does that sound like? That doesn't sound like, yeah, sock it to me, baby. Does it like, what? That's fake, man. Block that account.
Fake news.
They're all fake.
Oh, here's one from Lindsay. My husband just retired. I didn't realise just how miserable this would be for me. I never truly enjoyed being married, and now he's here all the time. Awful. That's definitely from Mrs. Beard.
That was actually
real.
I thought you were freestyling then.
While you were away, I got to play out in a Land Rover, which was like really good fun. I don't know if you've ever done it before.
So you get excited about the angle at which your Land Rover was. Ooh, we're going to send it to like 12 degrees now. Look at that. I thought I was watching a Stephen Bartlett ad again. Land Rovers are so amazing. Go and buy one. You wanted your brand deal, didn't you? I know, you're sus. Send me a free Land Rover.
It's better than you moaning like fuck about your Tesla. How is the in fact?
That was a good story. You remember that thing I put in the chat about that old couple that talked to me about the rental car I had. They didn't know where England was. Oh, they knew where it was.
Go on.
So I'm coming out of this petrol station, right? Because I fuel up on the way home from wherever I was.
Yeah.
And this couple are like waiting out there for me. And I'm like, oh, maybe they watched the video. I don't know, And they're like, hey there, we just gotta ask you, we're shopping for a new car. How do you like the Hyundai? And I was like, the Hyundai. Yeah, the Hyundai. I was like, yeah, we say Hyundai. I'm from England. I said, I don't really know, mate, because it's a rental car, right? I'm from England, so it's all right. Seems quite economical. He's like, England, huh? Is that near Germany? I'm just like, it's a bit of a weird way to approximate it, but I suppose it's kind of near Germany, yeah? He's like, okay, but you like the Hyundai, yeah? I'm like, it's like a base level compact Hyundai. Yeah, it's all right. I wasn't that exasperated talking to him. I said, yeah, it's all right. But I just thought, like, how do you not know where England is? That's like me saying, oh, America, yeah? Is that near Cuba? Like, is that near Mexico? Yeah, I suppose, but like, it's not. It's like in and of itself, isn't it?
Do you think it's pretty scary though? And then little towns in America, like in the central part, because I think a lot of people don't actually leave their town. Like that's the most terrifying part. You can understand how.
I like that. That's my favorite part of America, though. Like, leave the big cities, man. Like Nashville was cool, but like I'd rather be, in. I don't know, like the arse in the nowhere. I was flying the drone one day, and when those, you get those state troopers, right? I don't know how they're different to like the normal police, right?
Yeah.
But like I'm literally I just thought I needed somewhere green to fly it, like not over houses. So I just pulled up near this, what was basically like a farm, but the farm's like a mile into this land, right? You can see it on the horizon. I'm like, oh, this is great. I pull over this little lay-by, I whip the drone out and I'm flying it up there. And then I'm like, literally no cars come by for like 5 minutes. And I get it up and then there's like, get the drone up. And then there's like a state trooper coming down. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, right, I'll just leave it hovering. So I threw it in the car and then I'm like, get my phone. I just pretended like I'm lost. State trooper just goes by. I'm like, oh, fucking sweet. Yeah, but technically I'm not breaking any law. I don't think anyway, unless they have different laws in America about drones, which they might. But like flying over private land or something.
You got one of them legal ones, didn't you? The little drone.
The one I take there is a 249 gram drone, yeah. So you can fly it basically anywhere, but they might have different. You might not be able to fly it over private land for all I know, and that technically would have been like a field which belongs to someone.
Yeah.
But I thought, fuck it, I need the shot. You got to get the shot.
249 grand. Is that what you just
Gram.
said? Gram.
Gram.
I'm gonna say
249 gram drone. You could buy a
Jesus.
fucking. You could buy an actual like helicopter for that, couldn't you?
Flat house for that.
I think so, yeah, definitely.
You high, George?
You're a madman. You've put on the notes here, George. I don't know what is it. You've heard of Elf on the Shelf?
Yeah, so you know when Adam did those competitive eater,
Matt Stoney on a pony.
yeah, those things. I've got a few prepared.
Oh, here we go.
Probably not as good as Adam's, but
No, there'll be people we know though.
You'll be able to get them a lot easier. Right, okay. You ready for the first one? Phones at the ready.
Oh wait, no, yeah, wait, let me get my phone out here.
Get the chat open.
Okay, yeah. I'm at a disadvantage here. I've got bad eyes.
The Rock on a Cock.
The Rock.
You have to show Bennett
For
as well.
audio listeners, that's a chicken. It's the Rock on a chicken.
Nice. We're going fucking deep on it.
Yeah, he was an advantage there. You know, he's always thinking about cocks. So his brain just immediately thought cock.
Cock. Right, okay, next one, ready?
This is good, this.
Bug on a pug.
On a
Mug on a rug.
on a mug on a
All
road.
right, wait. I just thought it was
Fucking Mike.
Mike.
Fuck
wow.
off, Mike. Mike, we should kick him out of the chat.
You should have given context there. It just sounds like he's telling the poor bloke to fuck off.
We didn't even pre-warn him. Right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah. His feelings really hurt now. Dolly Parton on a spot. Yeah. Really good, George.
Way better than yours. At least we know who these people are.
Okay. This
You've some fucking no mark eater from Alabama.
That was the whole point. 'Cause he was,
You got him all?
Okay, this next one's not even edited.
oh, wait, we're still doing it. Okay, right. Wait.
Ah. I'll let you have that one, mate.
When you press it?
Because I'm
You didn't
being
know
polite.
it. Bane on a plane?
Didn't know
On a
it.
plane.
Perhaps he's wondering why he should shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
That's my Bane.
Okay, I've got two more.
How good was that film though? Oh, there was more. Sorry.
Two more.
Fucking love that movie.
There you go.
I don't even know what his name is.
Bowser on a browser.
Bowser on a browser.
Ah.
Okay, last
Is
one.
anybody keeping count? I'm assuming Adam's winning.
We'll keep
These
count
are
at the
really.
edit.
Did you do that? You came up with these, George. You didn't
Nah, I found them online.
I
Can't
just said
take
yeah.
credit. Can't
George,
take credit.
why don't you just lie and just say you did? Come on now.
Because I'm an honest person. Right, last one.
The fuck?
Horse on a flip flop.
Don't think that's it. Josh, you
Horse head on a flip flop.
What would you say if your daughter spotted a horse and you go, oh, it's a
It's some like
Pony
clop
on
on
a-
a flop.
clip clop on a flip flop?
Hey, we got his money's worth out of George this week. Well in, lad.
I was more impressed when I thought George would come up with them though.
Yeah, true.
I'll come up with them next time when I have more time.
Right, okay, yeah.
That's that then. We've managed to get one in the bag.
We're done.
Are you planning on doing any more trips? Because we need to like factor this in if you.
I don't know when, but yes. I'll spend like the almost every video this year will be from America probably.
Really?
Probably.
You should move over there.
No.
Why?
Because Lynn's wouldn't move with me, and I think she would probably react negatively to me moving away and her staying here. I think. I don't know. Like, just for me to say I'm moving over there.
You've threatened
You
it.
could come over a couple of weeks a year. I don't think she would react well to that.
It's just like you say, like you're working on an oil rig or something.
No, but you can use that excuse when you're just going away for like small periods of time or reasonably small periods of time.
What do you do in your downtime when you're abroad? Like
There is no
Me and
downtime.
George have discussed this.
There isn't any downtime.
You don't like doing any touristy stuff?
No.
You go to watch a movie,
No,
go like Disneyland, go...
I wouldn't do that anyway.
Go to like a water park.
No,
Like if I were in America, I'd go to a water park.
On your own.
Maybe you should.
because you are like an 8-year-old.
like 37-year-old hairy man just fucking in his flip-flops in kids' water park.
Sat on his own on the log flumes.
Yeah, no, I don't have it. The closest thing I came to that, I think, really, two things actually. Last year, slightly before that, but I did when I was in Canada, not last year, year before. I went to see that Toronto FC game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
not good.
I enjoyed the stadium's so nice. It's right next to the river, and I like the fact that the atmosphere in America around football is a little bit more family oriented.
The chants are much different to the British chants.
They're almost kind of
Like go team, go team, go team.
they're kind of cheesily bad, but like I enjoyed the standard of footballs. I was worse than I expected.
Right.
I've got to say, not to I suppose stereotype MLS. I think it's still weaker than it really should be, given how decent the national team is and how many people they have to choose from. But
And there'll be bags of money in it over there as well, won't there?
I don't know, probably not, because they're certainly not getting a big gate, and I don't think you never see, like, if you watch TV over there. I saw a few Premier League games while I was out there this time. Like even Leeds Aston Villa was on like USA Today or whatever. I didn't see any MLS games.
Did you see
Maybe their season's not.
Did you see the friendly between PSG and Ronaldo's new team the other day? Ronaldo and Messi. Yeah, it was 5-4, I think.
Yeah,
It's PSG. Big game. Friendly. Just
friendly.
talk.
Yeah, and the only other thing I did was when I was in Atlanta the first time, not this time. I went to the Martin Luther King, church where I used to. I didn't actually go in, but there's like a little human rights. I don't know. I can't say human rights garden. That sounds weird, but there's like a little bit of a garden thing.
Yeah.
But I was going to shoot, right? But I thought I'll just get in there early and I'll just look around Atlanta, and that seems like something I'd like to go see.
Fair cop.
Yeah, I got a picture with a big statue of Gandhi for no reason. I'm not really a pictures guy, you know. When people go abroad and they like take selfies, I like never do that. And I thought, there's a statue of Gandhi there.
Not like your sister. She took selfies of everything.
Yeah, she's like
The opposite of you.
Yeah, but I think most people like take a lot of pictures, don't they? I'm like one of those people that if I met somebody that like famous, I wouldn't like say, can I get a picture? Probably, unless it was something I really respected.
Last thing we spoke before you left about we toyed with the idea of doing like a road trip.
Yeah.
So like, do you fancy it? Because we had a look at the diary and we can do it in August, which would probably be a good time. And I think we're probably like best going to like France because it's close enough. Do you know what I mean? Like if we...
What for though? I thought we were going to road trip for like an Octagon thing.
Oh, we could do that as well. Well, we could do. Oh, yeah, I suppose we could.
Fly him out to one.
No, I meant like fuck that. We're driving there.
We'll drive there.
Which one?
What's the calendar look like?
Drive to Manchester in November.
Yeah, Manchester November, but
no, not that one.
we're
We're gonna get Blue along to vlog it all.
Yeah, we're gonna we'll crew up. We'll get Blue. Probably get Tory Mike. Get George.
Whenever we do that, if you give me enough notice, then yeah, just don't do it like first week of July unless I do Nathan's. Which I
It won't be in July.
No, well,
I
unless
think there's two events in July. Let's have a look at August, September. September's best, right?
What for Octagon? There's none in August.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. September. How long will it take to get to Frankfurt?
not long. If you drive it,
Yeah.
not that long. Like what? Like we'll put it in the maps. What you're talking like 6 hours to get down to the what? It depends how we do it. Like you drive the tunnel or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tunnel.
so
Unless
6
you wanted to go on a boat. I'm on a boat, motherfucker.
I don't. It's but put it this way, it's doable. So I'm not averse to driving long distances.
What would we drive in? Oh, it's only 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be sound that.
So you could do it in a day if
Yeah.
you wanted to, especially if you took
France, Belgium. Yeah.
that's the whole point, right? There's no point in flying. What are you going to vlog?
No, I wasn't going to fly, but I'm thinking like if we drove to like France or something. But
Whatever, mate.
let's go to
I'm game.
Frankfurt, September then. Let's do that.
See if you can stop at a food challenge along the way.
Yeah, there might be one on the way through, or like we could just scoff something at least.
What would we drive in? What like...
Your 90 grand.
Where are you getting 90 grand from?
90 grand Land Rover Defender, man.
What?
Yeah, bulletproof, isn't it?
It is bulletproof. Although I don't think it would be a good travelling van.
I don't know. Have you still got access to the old van? Where did you sell that to?
I chopped it in for Land Rover, so that's gone. I think we need like a Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere van. You know, like an RV.
An
RV.
Yeah.
Like a really shit one. No way.
That toilet on that's getting obliterated, mate.
Oh god.
I'm sure we could finesse the detail.
Right, well, we've got the nod of approval. Let's bring this to life.
Yeah.
Frankfurt, Germany. See you there.
Never been to Frankfurt. Been to Munich.
I'm off to Munich in 2 weeks.
Yeah. What for? For the
For Octagon?
thing?
Yeah. You wanna come?
Munich. Nah. In 2 weeks, can't deal with any more travel. But it's a nice city.
Yeah.
Plus, it'd be cold this time of year. But yeah, it's neat, man. Especially like the beer halls and whatnot.
Big Steins. I've never been as hungover as when I was drinking like that German beer. Is just it's
same.
nice, but I thought I would die the day after.
They all drink rum over there in Czech Republic. All
I
the
was
guys
going to
at
say
Octagon.
Germany.
Yeah,
I say,
I did as well.
no fucking drinks rum in Germany.
They're like, didn't you say when you went over there, like just handed you a bottle of rum?
Oh yeah, we
straight
did a full bottle of rum. First night we got to Bruno, and it was
Yeah.
I fucking hate you. know. Fuck off again. Right. Let's just.
You'd have less work to do. And I'm just trying to mock you for the sake of fun. Man, that's been all over the place. Are we done? Oh, I got an email the other day from...
People are going to be like ready to switch to the next podcast. Can I watch one with a bit more structured, like
Nah.
Stephen Bartlett, Joe Rogan?
They're switched off by now.
Go on.
Was it Jesse Lingard just on the Stephen Bartlett one?
I saw a little bit of that.
Throwing everyone under the
yesterday,
bus.
Yeah.
It's Jesse Lingard. No football, just vibes. Not quite like... No, I don't. I got an email from some company, I probably shouldn't say actually, but it's from a company called Aegis.
Aegis.
Not ageist. Aegis, right? Saying, where the fuck is it? Something about, reaching out. I work closely with Paddy's management. Would you ever be open to doing a collab with Paddy?
Paddy the Baddy?
Yeah. And he spelt, it said, hi, Beard Meats Food, spelt wrong.
Oh.
Despite the fact that you've sent it to the right email, which is spelt right. And anyway,
Spelt wrong as in the word meats.
it's spelt right but wrong in terms of like the
Context.
So you're
gonna do it then, or?
I just replied. I was like, "How? In what capacity do you represent Paddy?" As far as I know, he's signed with Barstool, and actually, we're gonna. It seemed like he was game for filming something before that. So, but they've not replied. I responded to him, said, in principle, yeah, but like, how do you know him? Like, how do you work with him?
That man's under like some like serious network agreement. He's peddling all sorts of shit. He's peddling like
all these walls, isn't he? All these Chinese walls, as they used to say back in the day.
he's peddling weed,
Weed?
roll-ups, like spliffs. He's selling Paddy's Baddies spliffs.
Is that even legal?
It must be in America. Or...
in America. I was going to say that's still... I bet he can how do Americans understand him? Americans don't even understand me. I don't even have a thick accent. All right, fucking hell, lad. Let's have some of me fucking ruglies. So I'm like, what? You mean weed?
Yeah, he's vlogging. What else is he vlogging? On his vlogs, he's selling wallets. I think he's probably doing a VPN.
Oh, what? You mean those...
like carbon fiber wallets?
Yeah, I did one for those years ago.
Oh, yeah? Oh, it's all going out now.
I've always been transparent with that. Years and years ago I did. But like they were another one that wanted me to say it was the best fucking wallet ever. Like, wanted me throwing at something, prove it's indestructible. I'm like, nah, I'll just say, cheers for the wallet. Go get one if you want a wallet, which isn't a wallet. And actually, I still use one of those. I still use a dad wallet. Look at that.
Has they got coin purse on it?
No.
Ooh.
Who uses coins? Come on now. No,
Street checks.
It's not a stylish wallet, is it? But it's practical.
That is a dad wallet. Right, mate, I think we've said enough today. We'll let the people go. Thank you, everybody. For
Let them go. Like it's Clockwork Orange. I have to watch it.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We're back next week. We'll structure one a bit better next week. I'm happy you've been chipper today, mate.
And it's mad, isn't it? I think it's just...
I don't know how. Did not expect this at all, did you?
What do you mean? Come on, George, don't you start me as well. I get enough from this guy making out that I'm a tyrant. Come on now.
Making out. Wait till the fucking record button's pressed. He's like, get me some food. Get me home.
Did you? I thought you were going to ask me more about reaction to me producing my videos as well, but he didn't. But it's cool. With the podcast over now. I wanted small kickoffs though. There weren't any kickoffs. Well, there were a few, but like nothing major.
Did you get any nasty DMs saying you're a shit house?
No, it's just yes, a few, but it was just all love, man. Unexpected amounts of love. I was like, don't worry about it, Adam. If you want to post once a week, once a month, we're here for you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. I was like, I really didn't expect that. Thank you. But then, there were a few people saying like, do you think fucking Mr. Beast does his own videos? Hire an editor for fuck's sake. And I'm like, no, but thanks for the suggestion. But it was good. Most people were very. I imagine all the people listening to this podcast were in that. In the.
And everybody else doesn't know you've got a podcast because you're a fucking wanker that don't mention it. But we'll talk more about that next week.
No, if nobody knows that, if people don't have a podcast, it just means they don't watch the videos because I've mentioned it 4 times at least. So fuck you, and thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Are we finished, George? You fucking stew you in, mate. I'm just gonna come in one day and stab you to death.